So about Gojo. Gojo is probably the most popular character out of modern animes. Well, probably not the most popular, but he's definitely up there. And it's not hard to see why. He's just a very likable character in general. He can be a comedic type in some scenes and turn serious in others that gives you chills. Even though he technically should be a story-breaking character, since he is the strongest character, at least the strongest revealed. Sukuna might be stronger or as strong as him, but there hasn't really been anything to really gauge the difference in their strength. We still haven't seen Sukuna at full strength either. We haven't seen Gojo at full strength either now that I'm thinking about it. But Sukuna still hasn't gotten all 20 fingers back. Right now he has like 15 in the manga, so he's close, but he still isn't at his peak yet. The closest comparisons we have to their strength is when he dusted Jogo, but neither of them are really taking him seriously. They both toyed with him while they fought him, so not really much at all to go by with that. But yeah, as I was saying, Gojo is really good for someone who should be story shattering, because he is immensely more strong than any other character in the show, but somehow it still works, and the arcs don't feel less tense because of Gojo. So today I wanted to talk about Gojo's character, and what makes him so good, and why he's an example of a OP character done right. Before that though, like and subscribe for future content. To start off, we can talk about the type of character Gojo is. As I said, Gojo is more of the entertainment type of character. He pretty much never gets serious, and is always in a happy-go-lucky type of mood, but he isn't necessarily a good or bad person. Gojo's a nice guy, but only really with people he sees potential in. He's pretty much hated by most of the Jujutsu world. The officials at the school hate him since he does whatever he wants, but they can't really do anything about it since it's Gojo. He's not really one to fight for justice. When he figured out that the school killed Itadori, that was probably the one time he got seriously mad, even though technically it was the right thing to do, since it will be better to take out the vessel before it turns into a big deal down the road. But Gojo didn't care about none of that because of the interest he took in Itadori. He's a chaotic neutral in the story because he's a sorcerer and everything, but he acts out in selfish ways. His unpredictableness is what makes his character work. Gojo is like a double-edged sword. He isn't used as an instant win button for fights. Even when he broke into the barrier in the school festival arc, he didn't interfere that much. He left the biggest threat to Itadori and Todo, and went to go pick off the other guys that were elsewhere. I don't think he's ever interfered in an arc like that, where Itadori or whoever is fighting the big bad is really close to dying, and he swoops in to save the day. It might be because he's only fought like a total of 3 times in the anime, but it's structured in a way where he can't get in the way. But even with Gojo showing up in the fights, they don't feel any less tense. Like, we all know that Gojo will end up beating whoever he's fighting, but it's still really entertaining to see him fight. Even if we know the outcome, he's able to add to the story without messing it up because of how powerful he is. This is a spoiler, so skip like 30 seconds ahead if you're anime only. When Gojo was sealed in that prison, people's reactions just show how much he's loved by the fanbase. When he was sealed, no one was thinking how the story could finally have stakes now that he isn't around. Most people went straight to thinking what will happen once he does get out, especially since someone close to him died after he was sealed. Well, 2 people potentially. I won't say who for spoiler reasons, but they tried to do a lot of stuff to the people close to Gojo once he was gone, because let's be honest, we all know Gojo is gonna end up getting out of the seal. Once the culling games is over, Itadori or someone else will break the seal, and I mean this does raise the stakes, but nobody thought negatively about Gojo being strong is what I'm trying to get at. I don't know if this is true, but I hear the author of Jujutsu Kaisen actually hates Gojo. Well, not hates him, but he wishes he wrote him in another way. I don't know for what specific reason, but I guess I can sort of see why, since Gojo is kind of an anomaly in the story, being way stronger than any of the other characters in the show, so I could understand it being difficult to write around a character like that, and there's no real conventional way to having him die. Possibly once Sukuna gets all his fingers back, but I kinda doubt it. If they do fight, I can't really imagine Gojo dying, which is probably why he made him just disappear for the culling game, since he'll just ruin the whole arc if he was left to his own devices. But he's really well done for an overpowered character. He's a wild card that could be thrown in to make things more interesting. The closest character right now to Gojo is probably Yuta. Yuta should theoretically be stronger than Gojo. He at least has the potential to be stronger, since his curse energy is infinite, so he can just keep pumping it out like it's nothing, and he's already really strong. Right now in the manga, he's only second to Gojo, at least among the modern sorcerers in the culling game. I don't know if they included the other sorcerers in that ranking. We don't know if there are other threats that we haven't met yet. If there are, anymore. Yuta is really the only one to deal with them right now. But yeah, that is pretty much all I had to say. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe for future content. Peace.